once again we have a woman who got to be just a little too famous for the people who support this war. A minority of the American population, by the way. And so the effort to marginalize this woman is underway, and you're helping out.
I'm the leader of the pack. I'm the leader of the pack.
First of all, Cindy Sheehan is one tough mother. And nothing you say or anyone else are going to slow her down.
Oh, that's fine. She has a right to
You can't hurt her. She's already taken the biggest punch in the nose that a woman can take. She's lost a son.
Oh, okay.
She's lost a child.
But look, I'm not putting words in her.
And by the way, she is going to be at the center of one of the largest rallies since the Vietnam War. Proud, patriotic Americans who will show up in Washington this week for one of the most massive, largest demonstrations, protest demonstrations, right outside the president's window.
And
Fox is in the business of saying that this woman is somehow saying un-American things, hyperbole.
No.
Listen to what she said.
Nobody said she said anything un-American. We say that her positions are radical, and they are
Let
radical.
me tell you what's radical. What's radical is to send more Americans to die in this war, which is a monumental blunder by a president who swaggered us into it with, by the way, the at least tacit approval of the Democratic Party. There's a lot of sin to go around here.
What's radical for
You want to send more people to this war? Is that your
If
position?
we cut and run out of there like you want to do, we would be putting every American in 1,000 times more jeopardy than they're in now.
We're going to cut and run anyway,
Well,
Bill.
that's your opinion.
My opinion. American military leaders have said we're going to draw down beginning next year.
The difference between drawing down and cutting and running.
Well,
You're a cut and run guy, and I don't want my family in
you want to
danger.
stay the course, don't you?
Look, here's what I want to do. I want to give the Iraqis a chance to train their army so they can defeat these people who are trying to turn it into a terrorist state.
Bill.
That's what I want to do.
Bill.
No.
Iraq was not a terrorist state.
Oh, no. I hope I don't patronize you for saying that.
He was Saddam was a bastard, but he was our bastard.
He wasn't anybody.
Donald Rumsfeld shook his hand in the 80s.
Well, that's
You saw the pictures. Now listen. You wouldn't send your children to this war, Bill.
My nephew just enlisted in the army. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Very good. Congratulations.
Yeah, and he's a patriot, so don't denigrate his service or I'll put you right off the set.
I'm not.
That boy made a decision to serve his country. Do not denigrate him or you're out of here.
I'm not Jeremy Glick, Billy.
That's right.
You
A
can't
little bit more
intimidate me.
intelligence than
I'm not somebody you can come and just spew all
tell me I wouldn't send my
loud doesn't mean
my
right.
nephew just enlisted. You don't know what
Your nephew is not your kid. You are
my blood.
You are part of a loud group of people who want to prove they're tough and send other people's kids to war to make the
You
case.
have no clue about how to fight a war on terror or how to defend your country. You are clueless, so is Machine. And for Machine to say that the insurgents have a right to kill Americans and you're shaking her hand, you ought to just walk away.
How many more young men and women are you going to send to have their arms and legs blown off so that you can be tough and point at people in a kind of cowardly way, take people like Jeremy Glick, who comes on to in memory of his parents, and you go on him like a big bully. Really, you have to feel sorry.
With all due respect,
Have you apologize to him for that?
Jeremy Glick came on this program and accused the President of the United States of orchestrating 9/11. That's what he did. Right after 9/11 happened. You know what the pain that brought the families who lost people in 9/11?
This
You
war,
buy into left-wing propaganda, and you're a mouthpiece for it. Go ahead.
this war is not fair to the American troops. This war is unconstitutional. This war turned its back on the people who framed the most fabulous document in the history of civilization. I speak of the United States Constitution.
All right. Why isn't the Democratic
by the
Party
way,
speaking that way?
I'm sorry that it isn't. I am, but let's understand something.
Are we all so misguided?
21 Democrats in the Senate voted against this war, as well as Jeffords, an independent, and may the Lord shine his blessings down upon Lincoln Chafee.
I'm going to take
I'm almost finished,
I'm going to
Billy.
give you the last
I'm almost finished. Lincoln Chafee the only Republican in the Senate to vote against this war. We should be building statues to all these people. October 2002, they stood up to a president, and they knew that, first of all, only Congress can declare war. Why is that unimportant to you, Billy? Why can't you become the patriot that your loud voice proclaims to be and stand behind the Constitution and insist that we never go to war again without the approval and
that's what we
consent of the
have
United
as
States Congress?
If they want to take action, they can take action. Now, I'm going to say something. I'm going to give the last word. The Iraq War is not something that I embrace. It absolutely could be a tactical error. All right?
Sorry to know this.
Listen to me, and then you're going to have the last word. Not something they embrace. Could be a tactical error, optional war, and we have not waged it the way I had hoped we would wage it.
But what?
We are in a war on terror. We are in a war on terror. Our cause
There's
is
nothing to do with the war on
Yes,
terror.
it does. And if you don't understand geopolitics, if you don't understand Iraq would be a terrorist state if we pulled out of there, you don't know anything.
Poorly planned, poorly executed, but Bill O'Reilly wants to send more kids to fight and die. We've already had almost 2,000. Just let me have the last word. In the last year, two things have doubled. The number of dead American troops in Iraq has doubled from over 1,000 to almost 2,000. You know what else doubled, Billy? The price of Halliburton stock from $33 to $66. That doesn't shame you? That doesn't make you wonder
Not
if this
upset
is
by
an
Halliburton
enterprise
stock.
that is worth the support of the American people? We need you at this rally on Saturday, Billy. We need you out there in front of it to protest.
Not going to be
There is
a rally.
no democracy
Not
without
gonna
dissent. You should be proud of people
I
who
am.
stand up and
I
dissent.
respect your
A lot of fine men went and died.
All right,
to give
you got it.
freedom.
You got it. I respect your dissent. I think you're way off in your
You want to
analysis.
send more
of war
people to
terror.
die in Iraq? Is that
Want to win the war in Iraq?
Win. What does win mean?
Means
Tell me what
those
win
people
means.
have a chance at democracy.
I gotta go.
go.
How long is that going to take?
I gotta go.
How long is that going to take?
Those people deserve a chance at freedom.